Okay, so we are going to do a video on how to milk goats. Well, this is not really a how-to video. This is how Bronco does. So I have all the babies in there separated. We separate them at night because we're working on weaning them, but they have hay and feed. That's my new puppy, Ivy. And during our chore video, I showed you how we kind of get the goats ready to be milked. So we're just going to do the whole video here. It's going to be a little bit long. We're going to start with Stormy here. Hi, Peppy. She's trying to get through the hole in the fence, which is only big enough for a baby or a little pig. So we're going to keep Sprite Ella in there. And we're going to lock the gate behind. Make sure it's secure. And we have Stormy, who's going to be our example. And it's going to be a really rough because this is kind of a chaotic process sometimes. And I'm doing it with one hand. So, here we go. This is milking goats. It's actually take two because I already tried a video and it didn't work. So, that other video will not be posted because it was chaotic. I was doing it with Twinkle, and Twinkle is my shyest, most nervous goat. There you go. I got the gate locked. Ivy, no ma'am. No. Okay, she was growling at the goats. And we want to, since she's new, we want to nip some of that unwanted behavior in the butt. We do not want her growling at the goats. That's not okay. We want her to bond with the goats. So I just have her loose right now. I'm going to put her in with the goats and sit with her in a minute. And that'll be a different video. Okay, so I have food in here. Whoop, I wanted to show that, but she just jumped right up on there. She knows what time it is. This is my best goat in general. She's the most friendly. She had the easiest time having babies. Easiest to be milked. She's the best. Okay, so that's why this video is perfect for her. Okay, so let me see if I can put this in a place where y'all can see pretty much everything. It's kind of got to be a strange angle. Okay, so first thing we do is got to brush our goats. Have just a little, it's actually a pig brush, livestock brush. And I do have a dog brush for, it's a little bit more intense. So this is it. If they're really dirty. But I brushed them yesterday. This is just to get some of that loose hair off so it doesn't get in the milk. Gotta get both sides. She likes to lean up against the wall. Yeah, I'm gonna let Ivy in because she's walking back and forth outside. Ivy, good girl. I want her to see this. I want my puppy to be able to see all of the things. So I have my soapy water that's been warmed up. It's just in a little spray bottle. Whoops, it's too much. I want a mist, not a blast. So I get both udders real good, get the back side real good. And then I'm going to get my warm water. So I have my bucket of warm water here. Let me show you that. Another good thing about Ivy watching this is she gets kind of a treat of the milk right here around the goats. So it becomes a positive thing. So I just take my wet rag, and this is just kind of a rinsing to just get any dirt or, you know, manure or whatever that she's been laying in off. So the next thing you want to do, you always want to do a couple of squirts on the ground. This is what everybody tells you to do. Just so that if there's anything, any dirt or whatever, or bacteria at the end of the teat, it just comes out through there. Okay, so now that I have I've been able to touch both sides, and I know that she's good if I do both at the same time. Some of my goats I can only do one at a time, like Spriteella. But what I'm doing here is I'm actually pinching my fingers. Get out of the shot, Ivy. Pinching my fingers to kind of pinch off the teat, and then closing one finger at a time down and kind of doing this motion. Just like wanted to remind y'all that I'm not an expert, okay? I'm very much new at this. I've only had goats for 7 months. Only been milking for a few weeks now, so this isn't a how-to video, okay? Just want to put that out there. This is just what I'm doing, what I've learned watching other people, talking to other people, and yeah, so I'm way more informational, have a lot more knowledge of horses than I do goats, but goats are the new thing that I have, and so I do like to post a lot of videos on them because I am excited about them. So yeah, this is Stormy. She is a little over a year old. She's a Nigerian Dwarf, and she is the daughter of Spriteella. So she came to me when she was just over 6 months old, but she is very friendly, very good personality. Her baby is Sweet Latte. She just had a single this year. And so, which is really good because she's a first-time mom, and having multiple babies as first-time mom, it's more likely, it's not a guarantee, but it's more likely that they'll reject one of them because they are just learning and they do get overwhelmed. But she has been a really good mom. She does produce the second most amount of milk, which this is her first lactation. So the first time she's actually produced milk, and she's doing great. So she's a really, really important goat. She's my favorite. Okay, so as I'm milking, starting to slow down because she's running low. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the milk bucket, set it to the side. And what I'm actually going to do is stimulate the milk inside her udder to drop down into the teat itself. Okay, and this is exactly what the babies will do when they headbutt her. They're just stimulating more milk flow. And I would be a little bit more cautious about getting dirt, bacteria, whatever, hair specifically, especially in the winter when their hair is so long. But I'd be a little bit more concerned, oops, don't slip, if I was to drink this milk myself. But milking my goats right now is purely, well, there's actually a couple things. So first off, I want to train them to stand good for when I actually am going to be drinking this milk for myself. And then the second thing is kind of save me personally some money from having to buy formula for Crystal. So this milk that I'm milking out right now is going to go right back to Crystal. So that's that. This is how much milk we got. As you can see, there's quite a bit of hair in there. I probably should have brushed her a little bit better. But it's just going to a goat, so it's really not that big of a deal in my opinion. So I have my milk jar here, which I have closed very tightly. I might need to set you down for a second. Actually, I'll just get a new jar. That'll work. And that's not for you. Hey, shoo, Ivy. Go away. No. Good. Okay, so I'm just gonna unscrew my jar here, and these are 1 quart jars. I'm gonna put my funnel in, then I'm gonna have my strainer on top here to catch any of that extra hair. So I want to be very careful. I have dumped quite a bit of milk by accident before. Here, let me see if I can. There you go. There's a good shot of milk just going through. You know, sometimes hay and stuff gets in here. So if I were to drink it, I would definitely want to pasteurize it first. Mostly because I don't trust my abilities and getting it really clean. Pasteurization is heating the milk to a specific temperature to kill all the bacteria that's in there. Now, a lot of people do like drinking raw milk. I personally I'm kind of conflicted about it, and I'd rather be safe than sorry and pasteurize it by heating it up to kill the bacteria. Some people don't. Just do your research before you do, specifically with young kids. So let's see. That's not a measurement I can understand. All right. So if you can see here, let's focus. There you go. So we have our just shy of 2 cups. Okay. So this number right here, that's the ounces. Right there, that's 2 cups. So we are at about 14 ounces. Okay. So that's a little less than 1 milking for Crystal, or one bottle for Crystal. Sorry. Whew. I need to remember to speak here. And this jar right here is from Twinkle. It's hard to film a white jar in the sunlight. There you go. So she got a little over 2 cups. So Twinkle produces the most milk. She was being a little bit stubborn today and throwing kicks and putting her foot in the milk and stuff like that. So I tried to film a video with her milking, just to kind of see what a goat that doesn't stand looks like. But it was too chaotic, and she ended up hitting the phone and ended the video a little bit early. So yeah, we didn't get a great video of that. So I decided to go for Stormy. But yeah, this is kind of what milking a goat looks like at Flying G. She's kind of finished up her pellets here. And this is her daily ration of grain. So she gets it in here. She used to get it out the pasture before we started milking them, but she gets it in here. And this is just a positive reinforcement of to stand nice and good on the milk stand. It did take a little while. It only took a couple days to teach Stormy how to do it. But Twinkle and Sprite Ella did take a little bit longer. But as long as they have their pellet in front of them. Yep, see, she jumped right back on the stand. But as long as they have their pellet in front of them, or their pelleted grain in front of them, they stand pretty good. So yeah, this is Bunches. He's decided to join us this morning on our crusade here. So yeah. Hey, don't bite her. Don't bite her. Rude. So he's kind of a stinker. He gets out all the time. He's really not supposed to be out right now. I did buy that whole pen for him. He just busted out of it real fast. Yeah, then we just take Stormy back into the pasture right here, and then I can unclip her and turn her out, and then she can go run off, eat food. I'm gonna give them hay in a little bit, and then once I milk all 3 the does, I'll let the babies back out with them. So I hope that answers your questions. Well, any questions you might have had about milking goats. And just, yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next video. Hi, Franklin.